Hello, this is a small introduction video for Rstudio, and it is for the I6482 data mining class. And in this video, we will walk through some basic interfaces designs of Rstudio and introduce some basic functions Rstudio provides. And after you downloading Rstudio and open it, you will find there are several windows. Well, for example, on the left-hand side, you will see a console window. And if you want to communicate with Rstudio, you have to type the legal R commands. So in the console window is where you input those commands, and console will also give you the outputs. For example, here I will type something, and then I hit enter. While I randomly type some characters, and those are illegal R commands, so R doesn't recognize those characters, so it will give me an error. Well, now let me create something more meaningful. For example, let me create a numeric variable, which means this variable contains a number. For example, I will create a variable named apple and give the value 5 to this variable, and then I hit enter. Now I have a variable called apple, and the value inside this apple is 5, and I can also call this apple to display the number that's stored inside this apple. So let me do this. See, inside this console R output the value of apple. Well, on the right hand side, upper right hand side, under the environment pane, it stores all the variables, functions, method I've created in this R environment. So I just created an apple. So now I see a variable named apple, and the value is 5 inside this environment. Under the environment pane. While the next pane is history. It is very straightforward. It stores all the R commands I have ever typed inside this history. Well, on the lower right hand side table, windows, we can see 5 different panes: files, plots, packages, help, and viewer. While if you click on files, it will display all the folders and documents that are stored in your laptop, in your PC. And the second tab, the second pane is plots. So when you do some graphic analysis, R will generate some plots such as histograms or some box plots. Well, those graphs will show right here in this window. And let me do a quick example. I will first generate 1000 normal distributed numbers and name it as BMI. So now I have created 2 variables, apple and BMI. You can see from here, under environment, I have 2 variables here. And BMI include 1000 random number. Now I want to create a histogram based on this 1000 randomized number. So I type hist BMI and click enter. You can see here, under the plots, we'll have this histogram of BMI. Well, some of you might wonder what is R norm and what is hist. There are some method and functions included in Rstudio. So if you have any questions, you want to know like under what circumstances should I use this histogram function or this normalized function, where should I get help? So normally we will type a question mark and then the name of this method and click enter. It will open the help box under help pane. So for example here, it will introduce a normal distribution function and how to use it, what parameters should be included, and how can we apply this method. I can also type question mark and hist. It will tell you how to use hist method to generate histograms. And next is the package pane. Well, the package pane include all the packages that are available in Rstudio. You all know that R is an open sourced software, so those packages are developed by different authors probably, and you can develop your own package if you like. So those checked packages are those already installed in your Rstudio, and those unchecked are those still haven't installed yet. So let me install a new package. For example, let me install this forecast package. So let me check this forecast. And you can see here in the console, it will display the results of every move you make. So it will load the new package called forecast. Well, if I don't want this package anymore, I just uncheck this one. It will uninstall this package from your Rstudio. The final pane is viewer. Well, viewer is a new function that is available in a newer version of Rstudio. It is basically displaying web contents. If you are using some method related to displaying homepage or some web pages, the web page will display here. But in this class, we currently don't need this viewer yet. Well, besides using console to type in the R commands in order to communicate with R, you can also type your R commands in Rscript. Rscript is an easier way to edit and manage and save the R codes. Rstudio provides the option for you to use Rscript. So I will open an additional windows for Rscript. You can go from Rstudio file, new file, Rscript, or you can just click the new tab and Rscript. So now here you can see there is a new window. This window is used for typing Rscript. Well, codes in Rscript should be the same as in the console, but it can be run in a different way. So for example, I already created two variables before, Apple and the BMI. Now I want to create a new variable named egg. And remember, when you want to assign a value to a variable, you can use the equal sign, but equals to sign. But more formally, we will use the less than and a hyphen. So it looks like a small arrow pointing to the left. This is the assignment. So I want to assign the value 10 to this egg. And then I hit enter. You see down here, nothing happened. So if you want to run this line of R command, either you can put your cursor in the middle of this line, or you can highlight this whole thing. And see here, we have we have tab called run. So I just click that tab. See, the 10 is assigned to egg, and under the environment we have a new variable called egg. And now I want to get the value from egg, so I just type egg and then run it again. Console R will output you with 10 still in the console window. Usually, we want to add some comments between our commands in order to explain the purpose of these R codes. And for example, if like after a few months when you look back your code, you want to know, you may remember what are these codes for. So, and when you like submit your assignment, instructor also want to know, oh, okay, what are those codes for? So you want to like write a comment between or like above some lines of codes. So here, I will write the comment for the egg and these two lines. So I will add, okay, this is for I define a new variable named egg. And I do not want R to treat it, this line as R code, and I want R to ignore this just for like people to read this. So I can add a hash key in front of this line. So change it to a comment, so R will ignore this when it run the whole thing. And besides manually typing this hash key, you can select this sentence and go to this code tools, common and uncommon lines. It will automatically change it to a common. So if you have like multiple, large portion of lines and you don't want to do it manually line by line, you can just select the whole thing and click on this common and uncommon lines. Well, and the next thing we want to talk about is how to set a working directory. Why do we need a working directory? Because our commands will generate some files, some graphs, and if you have a working directory, those files and graphs will generate under that directory. So you don't have to find additional path to save them. And if you want to import some files, if you have a working directory and files are under that directory, well, you do not need to like specify the direct path. So for this one, I will add a comment that says I'm going to set a working directory. And I will use set wd. This is a method that included in R that helps you to set the working directory. And I use a parentheses and a double quotation. Well, now you need to put the working directory path inside inside this double quotation. So you can go to the place and copy the directory. So I want to do it under my desktop under the lab 1. So I just copy the path. So it may be a little different for the format of path when you use a Windows machine, but basically you need to copy the path here between this double quotation. So I will run this. See, it didn't give me any error, means that the working directory has already changed. You can also see from here the console, the location has changed to the directory Well, next I will show you how to save the R script you just added. So you see here, this R script has not been saved because here you see the title is untitled and it's in red, means you have never saved this file before. So you can, if you only have one like unchanged file, you can click this one, the save current document. If you have multiple like unsaved document, you can select save all. So this one is easy, so I just save this. See, it will directly lead you to the working directory you set. And I want to call this one intro Rstudio. So, and then click save. You see here, it will automatically add the .r suffix. So it means this is a R script, and you can also see it from here. It has been successfully saved. So that is all for this video. Thank you for your time.